وقل رب زدني علما.
الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. Inshallah, we have the class of Tafsir from Surah An'aam. Inshallah, we're going to start from verse 136. Surah An'aam, that's Surah 6, verse 1306. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. وجعلوا لله مما ذرأ من الحرث والأنعام نصيبا فقالوا هذا لله بزعمهم وهذا لشركائنا فما كان لشركائهم فلا يصل إلى الله وما كان لله فهو يصل إلى شركائهم ساء ما يحكمون. وكذلك زين لكثير من المشركين قتل أولادهم شركاؤهم ليردوهم وليلبسوا عليهم دينهم ولو شاء الله ما فعلوه فذرهم وما يفترون. وقالوا هذه أنعام وحرث حجر لا يطعمها إلا من نشاء بزعمهم وأنعام حرمت ظهورها وأنعام لا يذكرون اسم الله عليها افتراء عليه سيجزيهم بما كانوا يفترون. وقالوا ما في بطون هذه الأنعام خالصة لذكورنا ومحرم على أزواجنا وإن يكن ميتة فهم فيه شركاء سيجزيهم وصفهم إنه حكيم عليم. قد خسر الذين قتلوا أولادهم سفها بغير علم وحرموا ما رزقهم الله افتراء على الله قد ضلوا وما كانوا مهتدين. In these verses, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala talk about some of the evil actions of the idol worshippers. And from that they used to divide their tilth and cattle into two. One part of it they used to claim to give it to Allah, and the other part they used to say it is for their partners, for their idols. And if what they claim to be for their idols of sheep, cattle, leaves, and goats to that which is they say it's for Allah, they used to return that animal back to for the idols. And if one animal who they say it is for Allah goes and join the animal of the idol worshippers, of the idols, the animal they made it for the idols, if it joins them, they used to return. They used to leave it, not to return. They used to leave it. So that's what the verse ayah talks about. They divided the animal that Allah gave to them, that it is Allah who created, and it is Allah who provided them with. Instead of slaughtering for the sake of Allah, on the name of Allah, thanking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for the idols, for the animal, they divide it into two. One portion, one part of the animal, they give it to the idols. And one part they claim it is for Allah. And if what's for Allah, they say it's for Allah, goes and joins that which is for their idol, they keep that one. They don't return it to the animal which they say it's for Allah. And if on the other side, the animal they say is for idols joins the animal they say is for Allah, they return back. Why? Because Shaitan misled them and whisper unto them that Allah is sufficient. If animal of Allah, what they say is for Allah, goes to the idol, they don't return it because they say Allah is sufficient. But if the animal they said for the idols, for the partners, joins the animal they say is for Allah, they return it, even though all the animal is for Allah. They should slaughter on the name of Allah, and they should slaughter for Allah, and they should thank Allah for it. So that's what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala Azza wa Jal mentioned in this ayah. Allah said, وَجَعَلُوا لِلَّهِ مِمَّا ذَرَأَ مِنَ الْحَرْثِ وَالْأَنْعَامِ نَصِيبًا. And they assigned to Allah a share of the tilth and cattle which He has created. They assigned to Allah a share of the tilth and cattle which He, Allah, has created. And they say, this is for Allah. They say this is for Allah. Everything is for Allah, not only a share. But that's what they say. Allah said, بِزَعْمِهِمْ, according to their claim. According to their claim, it is them who make a decision what portion of the animal, what group of the animal is for Allah. This is their claim. Otherwise, all the animal is for Allah. And this is, they say, for our partners. But the share of their partners reach not Allah, while the share of Allah reaches their partners. Evil is the way they judge. Evil is the way they judge. So this is what the idol worshippers used to do with the animal. They divide the animal, the cattle, the tilth, the fruit, the corpse. They divide it into two. One portion they say it's for Allah, and one portion they say it's for idols. If what's for idols join what's for Allah, they return it back to the idol, to the animal of the idols. And if animal from what they say is for Allah joins the animal of the idols, they never return it. So this is shirk, worshiping other than Allah. And this is disbelief. And this is disgratefulness to Allah Azza wa Jal, because it's Allah who created the animal. It is Allah who provided with the human in order to thank Allah, in order to worship Allah, in order to remember Allah. But these animal idols, they set partners with Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala. And they gave some of the animal to those partners. Al-Imam al-Shaykh Sa'di rahimahullah ta'ala said in this ayah, يخبر تعالى عما عليه المشركون المكذبون للنبي صلى الله عليه وسلم من سفاهة العقل وخفة الأحلام والجهل البليغ. وعدد تبارك وتعالى شيئا من خرافاتهم لينبه بذلك على ضلالهم والحذر منهم، وأن معارضة أمثال هؤلاء السفهاء للحق الذي جاء به الرسول لا تقدح فيه أصلا، فإنهم لا أهلية لهم في مقابلة الحق. فذكر من ذلك أنهم جعلوا لله مما ذرأ من الحرث والأنعام نصيبا، ولشركاء من ذلك نصيبا، والحال أن الله تعالى هو الذي ذرأه للعباد وأوجده رزقا. فجمعوا بين محظورين بل 3 محاذير، منهم منتهم على الله في جعلهم له نصيبا، مع اعتقادهم أن ذلك منهم تبرع، وإشراك الشركاء الذين لم يرزقوهم ولم يوجدوا لهم شيئا في ذلك، وحكمهم الجائر في أن ما كان لله لم يسألوا به ولم يهتموا ولو كان واصلا إلى الشركاء، وما كان لشركائهم اعتنوا به واحتفظوا به ولم يصل إلى الله منه شيء. وذلك أنه إذا حصل لهم من زروعهم وثمارهم وأنعامهم التي أوجدها الله لهم شيء جعلوه قسمين: قسما قالوا هذا لله بقولهم وزعمهم، وإلا فالله لا يقبل إلا ما كان خالصا لوجهه ولا يقبل عمل من أشرك به. وقسما جعلوه حصة شركائهم من الأوثان والأنداد، فإن وصل شيء مما جعلوه لله واختلط بما جعلوه لغيره لم يبالوا بذلك، وقالوا الله غني عنه فلا يردونه. وإن وصل شيء مما جعلوه لآلهتهم إلى ما جعلوه لله ردوه إلى محله وقالوا إنها فقراء لا بد من رد نصيبها. فهل أسوأ من هذا الحكم وأظلم، حيث جعلوا ما للمخلوق يجتهد فيه وينصح ويحفظ أكثر مما يفعل بحق الله. ويحتمل أن تأويل الآية الكريمة ما ثبت في الصحيح عن النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم أنه قال عن الله تعالى أنه قال: أنا أغنى الشركاء عن الشرك، من أشرك معي شيئا تركته وشركه. وأن معنى الآية أن ما جعلوه وتقربوا به لأوثانهم فهو تقرب خالص لغير الله ليس لله منه شيء، وما جعلوه لله على زعمهم فإنه لا يصل إليه لكونه شركا، بل يكون حظ الشركاء والأنداد، لأن الله غني عنه لا يقبل العمل الذي أشرك به معه أحد من الخلق. فالشيخ رحمه الله mentioned that these people who divide the wealth, the cattle that Allah gave to them, into two parts, that they commit three sins. The first one, that they divided what was for Allah into two, and they give to Allah one portion of it, while all belongs to Allah. And second thing, it is them who believe they give it voluntarily to Allah, tabarru'. It's like it is them who make the decision, giving to Allah what they wish. So whatever they choose, they give to Allah. 10 sheep or 5 or 3, it's them who make the decision. It's like they give in to Allah voluntarily. And that's another sin, because this is Allah's. The third is that they, whenever what they claim to be for the partners, join that which they say is for Allah, they return it back. But that when what they say is for Allah, join that which is for their idols, they don't return it. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forbade that. Because all this animal is Allah's. It's Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala who provided it with the human. So they should thank Allah for that. They should remember Allah on that. And they shouldn't set partners for him with anybody. In the second ayah, Allah said, وكذلك زين لكثير من المشركين قتل أولادهم شركاؤهم ليردوهم وليلبسوا عليهم دينهم ولو شاء الله ما فعلوه فذرهم وما يفترون. Another crime they used to commit is that they used to kill their own children. If he is a boy, they kill, claiming they cannot provide him. They don't have provision for the boy, so they kill. And if it's a girl, they kill. They bury her alive. Why? Saying it's shame to have a girl. And it is the devil who beautified this evil for them. Allah said, وَكَذَلِكَ زَيَّنَ لِكَثِيرٍ مِنَ الْمُشْرِكِينَ قَتْلَ أَوْلَادِهِمْ شُرَكَاؤُهُمْ. And so to many of the mushrikeen, idol worshippers, polytheists, their partners have made fair seeming the killing of their children in order to lead them to their own destruction and cause confusion in their religion. And if Allah had will, they wouldn't have done so. So leave them alone with their fabrications. Allah said, وَكَذَلِكَ, likewise, زَيَّنَ لِكَثِيرٍ مِنَ الْمُشْرِكِينَ قَتْلَ أَوْلَادِهِمْ شُرَكَاؤُهُم, that the partners from the human and from the jinn, those they worship besides Allah, made fair seeming to them the killing of their children. Their partners from the jinn and from human, those they worship besides Allah, made fair seeming to them to kill their own children. To kill their own children, to bury them alive. If she is a girl, because they feel it's shame to have a girl. And if it is a boy, they feel they cannot provide him. They will not get food for him. So they bury him alive. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, فَذَرْهُمْ وَمَا يَفْتَرُونَ, leave them alone with their fabrications. Not only they do these evil things, they kill innocent soul, they kill their own children, they kill but also they claim it is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala who is pleased with that. They claim that. Using the decree. They justify their crime, their sin, by using the decree. They say if Allah didn't will, it wouldn't happen. So since they say since it happened, means Allah will, Allah is pleased with it. So Allah said, وَلَوْ شَاءَ اللَّهُ مَا فَعَلُوهُ, and if Allah had will, they wouldn't have done so. Yes, Allah will, because He gave them the free will to do what they wish, of good or bad. But Allah forbade to commit the sin. And Allah commanded to obey. So it's Allah who will whatever happen. Good or bad, whatever you do, only takes place under the will of Allah. Nothing happens in the creation of Allah without the will of Allah. That's why Allah is Rabb, is the Lord, is the controller of matters. But what happened from the people is two types. One type, one category, is what Allah commands. And Allah is pleased with that and He loves that. That's why Allah commanded to do it. And the other part, other category, Allah hates to do it. And Allah forbade it. Whoever does it cannot use the decree as justification for the sin. No one can steal people's property. No one can kill innocent soul. No one can hurt other people and use the decree that Allah will as a justification, as a proof. Allah forbade that. The mushrikun, they used to use the decree that Allah decree everything to justify their crime. Allah said, وَكَذَلِكَ زَيَّنَ لِكَثِيرٍ مِنَ الْمُشْرِكِينَ قَتْلَ أَوْلَادِهِمْ. And so, to many of the mushrikeen, their partners, means the jinn and the human, have made fair seeming the killing of their children. They saw and considered killing their own children good, something right. Why? Why are you killing your son? He said he will not provide. He cannot provide in the future. He is poor. Why you kill your daughter? He said it's shame to have a daughter. Subhanallah. How having a daughter is a shame? And their mother is a female. She's a daughter of somebody. Their wife is a daughter of someone. Their sisters, their aunts, how could they exist without a female? How they kill their own daughter. Likewise, how do they kill their sons? their boys out of fear of provision. Who provided them? They were boys. Who provided them? Allah. It's Allah who created. Provide this child in his mother's womb 9 months or more or less. And it is He who will provide when they born until Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala decreed them to die. So this is another act of shirk and kufr the idol worship used to do. They used to kill their children out of fear of poverty. And they used to kill their children out of fear of being ashamed. Subhanallah. Not only that, they attach that to Allah Azza wa Jal and revere it to Allah Azza wa Jal and say Allah is pleased with that. That's another crime. Shaykh Sa'di rahimahullah ta'ala said, ومن سفه المشركين وضلالهم أنه زين لكثير من المشركين شركاؤهم أي رؤساؤهم وشياطينهم. قال الشيخ رحمه الله: من سفه المشركين وضلالهم أنه زين لكثير من المشركين شركاؤهم أي رؤساؤهم وشياطينهم قتل أولادهم، وهو الوأد الذين يدفنون أولادهم الذكور خشية الافتقار والإناث خشية العار. وهو الوأد الذين يدفنون أولادهم الذكور خشية الافتقار والإناث خشية العار. وكل هذا من خدع الشياطين الذين يريدون أن يردوهم بالهلاك ويلبسوا عليهم دينهم، فيفعلوا الأفعال التي في غاية القبح، ولا يزال شركاؤهم يزينونها لهم حتى تكون عندهم من الأمور الحسنة والخصال المستحسنة، ولو شاء الله أن يمنعهم ويحول بينهم وبين هذه الأفعال ويمنع أولادهم عن قتل الأبوين لهم ما فعلوه، ولكن اقتضت حكمته التخلية بينهم وبين أفعالهم استدراجا منه لهم وإمهالا لهم وعدم مبالاة بما هم عليه. ولهذا قال: فذرهم وما يفترون، أي دعهم مع كذبهم وافترائهم ولا تحزن عليهم فإنهم لن يضروا الله شيئا. So this is another act, another evil action that the idol worship used to do, killing their own children out of fear of poverty or out of fear of shame. In the next ayah, Allah said, وَقَالُوا هَذِهِ أَنْعَامٌ وَحَرْثٌ حِجْرٌ لَا يطعمها إلا من نشاء بزعمهم وأنعام حرمت ظهورها وأنعام لا يذكرون اسم الله عليها افتراء عليه سيجزيهم بما كانوا يفترون. And according to their claim, they say that such and such cattle and crops are forbidden, and none should eat of them except those whom we allow. And they say there are cattle forbidden to be used for burden or any other work, and cattle on which at slaughtering the name of Allah is not pronounced, lying against Him, Allah. He, Allah, will recompense them for what they used to fabricate. In this verse, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned that also idol worshippers, when it comes to the cattle and crops, they used to divide in another way into categories. One category, they say nobody will eat but whoever we will. So here is a food, crops, or here is a sheep, or a she-camel, or a cow. They say this specific she-camel, or sheep, or cow, nobody can eat, except whoever we will. Is forbidden to such group, and it's lawful to such a group. وأنعام حرمت ظهورها. And another animal, they forbade to do any work. forbidden to be used for burden. So they cannot allow take their staff on this she camel, for instance. This camel, they cannot use it. They can't. They say it's forbidden. Nobody should use it. Let it live that way. Nobody should milk it. And nobody should ride it. Nothing. And another cattle, another type, وَأَنْعَامٌ لَا يَذْكُرُونَ اسْمَ اللَّهِ عَلَيْهَا. They don't mention the name of Allah. They do not pronounce the name of Allah on it. And cattle on which the name of Allah is not pronounced. They say when they are slaughtering that specific type of animal, don't mention the name of Allah. Mention who? Name of idols. In the name of so and so. This is the way they also used to treat the animal. Some type of animal, they don't ride, they don't milk, they don't use it, they let it go. Some type of animal they use, but not for everybody, for certain people. Some type of animal, when they slaughter, they don't mention the name of Allah, but rather they mention the name of idols. And all these things is evil. This animal Allah made lawful, so it should be lawful to all human beings, not to a group of people. This animal, type of animal, Allah made lawful for a human to use it. So if the animal to ride, they should ride. To milk, they should milk, not to forbid it. And this animal is for Allah. Therefore, Allah, His name should be mentioned, not the name of anybody else. But these people, this is how they treat the blessings that Allah gave to them. So Allah said, وَقَالُوا هَذِي أَنْعَامٌ وَحَرْثٌ حِجْرٌ لَا يَطْعَمُهَا إِلَّا مَنْ نَشَاءُ بِزَعْمِهِمْ. And according to their claim, they say that such and such cattle and crops are forbidden. And none should eat of them except those whom we allow. And none should eat of them except those whom we allow. And they say there are cattle forbidden to be used, and there are cattle forbidden to be used for burden or any other work, and cattle on which the name of Allah is not pronounced. Allah said, iftira'an alayhi, lying against Him, against Allah. Sayajzihim bima kanu yaftarun. Allah will recompense them for what they used to fabricate. So these people, they making what they want from the animal, from the crops, lawful, and what they want unlawful. While it is Allah who makes subhanahu wa ta'ala things lawful and unlawful, because it's Allah His. Shaykh Sa'di rahimahullah ta'ala said, explaining this ayah, ومن أنواع سفاهتهم أن الأنعام التي أحلها الله لهم عموما وجعلها رزقا ورحمة يتمتعون بها وينتفعون قد اخترعوا فيها بدعا وأقوالا من تلقاء أنفسهم. فعندهم اصطلاح في بعض الأنعام والحرث أنهم يقولون فيها هذه أنعام وحرث حجر، أي محرم لا يطعمها إلا من نشاء، أي لا يجوز أن يطعمه أحد إلا من أردنا أن يطعمه أو وصفناه بوصف من عندهم. وكل هذا بزعمهم لا مستند لهم ولا حجة إلا أهويتهم وآراءهم الفاسدة. والعام وأنعام ليست محرمة من كل وجه، بل يحرمون ظهورها أي بالركوب والحمل عليها، ويحمون ظهرها ويسمونها الحام. وأنعام لا يذكرون اسم الله عليها، بل يذكرون اسم أصنامهم وما كانوا يعبدون من دون الله عليها، وينسبون تلك الأفعال إلى الله وهم كذبة فجار في ذلك. سيجزيهم بما كانوا يفترون على الله من إحلال الشرك وتحريم الحلال من الأكل والمنافع. So in this ayah, verse 138, Allah mentioned some of the evil actions of the idol worshippers, that they used to divide the animal and the the animal into three. One type of animal, they don't mention the name of Allah on it. When they slaughter it, they mention the name of other than Allah on it. One type of animal, they say nobody can ride it. One type of animal, they say it's unlawful to so and so to certain people and lawful to the other. Lying on Allah Azza wa Jal. In the next ayah, 139, Allah said, وَقَالُوا مَا فِي بُطُونِ هَذِهِ الْأَنْعَامِ خَالِصَةٌ لِذُكُورِنَا وَمُحَرَّمٌ عَلَى أَزْوَاجِنَا وَإِنْ يَكُنْ مَيْتَةً فَهُمْ فِيهِ شُرَكَاء سَيَجْزِيهِمْ وَصْفَهُمْ إِنَّهُ حَكِيمٌ عَلِيمٌ. And they say, what's in the bellies of such and such cattle, milk or anything, is for our males alone and forbidden to our females, girls and women. But if it's born dead, then all have shares therein. He, Allah, will punish them for their attribution of such false orders to Allah. Verily, Allah is He is all wise, all knower. So in this ayah, Allah mentioned that some of the animal, they say, what's in this animal? What's in the belly of this animal? The baby in that animal, a pregnant animal, whatever is delivered, they say it is for the male, forbidden to the female. And if the baby comes out of his mother dead, they say it's for everybody, both male and female. It's halal, lawful to them. Subhanallah. So animal, a pregnant animal, they say whatever comes out of this animal is for who? They say only for male. It's forbidden to the female. The same family. The brothers and sisters is for the brothers, not for the sisters. It's for the man, not for the woman. But if the animal born dead, that baby animal born dead, not alive, what happened? They say this dead is for everybody. They share in that case. Subhanallah. Allah said, سَيَجْزِيهِمْ وَصْفَهُمْ. He, Allah, will punish them for their attribution. Allah will recompense them for their attribution. Because they are attaching this to Allah. They saying this is from Allah. They saying this pleases Allah. They say this Allah is pleased with it. Why? They say because Allah didn't stop us from it. Allah will subhanahu wa ta'ala punish them for their attribution, means of such false orders to Allah. إِنَّهُ حَكِيمٌ عَلِيمٌ. Allah is the all-wise, all-knower. Subhanahu wa ta'ala, He doesn't legislate these things. Allah is the all-wise, the all-knowing. Subhanallah. What Shaykh Sa'di said, rahimahullah, ومن آرائهم السخيفة أنهم يجعلون بعض الأنعام ويعينوها محرما ما في بطنها على الإناث دون الذكور، فيقولون ما في بطون هذه الأنعام خالصة لذكورنا، أي حلال لهم لا يشاركهم فيها النساء، ومحرم على أزواجنا أي نسائنا هذا إذا ولد حيا، وإن يكون ما في بطنها يولد ميتا فهم فيه شركاء، أي فهو حلال للذكور والإناث سيجزيهم الله وصفهم حيث وصفوا ما أحله الله بأنه حرام، ووصفوا الحرام بالحلال، فناقضوا شرع الله وخالفوه ونسبوا ذلك إلى الله، إنه حكيم حيث أمهل لهم ومكنهم مما هم فيه من الضلال، عليم بهم لا تخفى عليه خافية، وهو تعالى يعلم بهم وبما قالوه عليه وافتروه، وهو يعافيهم ويرزقهم جل جلاله. So in this ayah, the idol worshippers said that what's in the belly of such and such cattle, whatever, milk or any other thing, they say it's for male only, male is alone, and forbidden to the female. But if it's born dead, then all of them share. Allah mentioned that He will punish them, subhanahu wa ta'ala, for the false orders to Allah Azza wa Jal. They attribute to Allah Azza wa Jal. إنه حكيم عليم. Allah is the all-wise. He doesn't legislate such injustice legislation. Alimun, the all-knowing, subhanahu wa ta'ala. Then Allah said in the last ayah of our class tonight, inshallah, verse 140, قد خسر الذين قتلوا أولادهم سفها بغير علم وحرموا ما رزقهم الله افتراء على الله قد ضلوا وما كانوا مهتدين. هذه الآية, this verse is summarized for those verses. Indeed, lost are they who have killed their children foolishly, without knowledge, and have forbidden that which Allah has provided for them. Inventing a lie against Allah. They have indeed gone astray and were not guided. Allah said, قَدْ خَسِرَ الَّذِينَ قَتَلُوا أَوْلَادَهُمْ سَفَهًا بِغَيْرِ عِلْمٍ. Indeed, they lost those who have killed their children foolishly. They kill their children foolishly. How they kill their own daughter, how they kill their own son. Innocent son, daughter, child, who they in need of his help, in his support, in her support, in her help. They need it. And the children need their parents. And Allah created them for a purpose, to worship. How they kill foolishly? They kill their children. وَحَرَّمُوا مَا رَزَقَهُمُ اللَّهِ. And they have forbidden that which Allah has provided for them. They forbidden to use it, to ride on, to eat it. Iftira'an ala Allah. And all that they attribute to Allah Azza wa Jal, inventing a lie against Allah. Allah said, قَدْ ضَلُّوا وَمَا كَانُوا مُهْتَدِينَ. Indeed, they have gone astray and were not guided. So anyone who make unlawful that which Allah make lawful, of food, of cattle, of women, of anything, then he follow the idol worshippers. Anyone who kill his children out of fear of poverty or out of fear of shame, he follow the path of the idol worshippers. Anyone who attribute lie against Allah, he follow the path of idol worshippers. Shaykh Sa'di said رحمه الله في شرح هذه الآية: ثم بين خسرانهم وسفاهة عقولهم فقال قد خسر الذين قتلوا أولادهم سفها بغير علم، أي خسروا دينهم وأولادهم وعقولهم، وصار وصفهم بعد العقول الرزينة السفه المردي والضلال. قال رحمه الله: خسروا دينهم وأولادهم وعقولهم، وصار وصفهم بعد العقول الرزينة، بعد أن أعطاهم الله العقول الرزينة الراجحة، صار وصفهم السفه المردي والضلال. وحرموا ما رزقهم الله، أي ما جعله رحمة لهم وساقه رزقا لهم، فردوا كرامة ربهم ولم يكتفوا بذلك، بل وصفوها بأنها حرام وهي أحل الحلال، وهي من أحل الحلال. وكل هذا افتراء على الله، أي كذبا يكذب به كل معاند كفار، أي كذبا يكذب به كل معاند كفار. قد ضلوا وما كانوا مهتدين، أي قد ضلوا ضلالا بعيدا ولم يكونوا مهتدين في شيء من أمورهم. هذا والله أعلم، وصلى الله وسلم وبارك على نبينا محمد وآله وصحبه أجمعين.